like, who? They are kind of dwindling. You cannot concentrate on making music. Hi guys. A lot of you asked why we canceled our concert with Sofar Berlin on Friday. And I just decided to record one video for everybody to get the answer out and to raise questions and to, disclaimer, I am not feeling super comfortable talking about this and making this video. I also understand that I may not know everything and I would be happy to know more, but I'll just describe my experience and describe why we came to the decision to cancel our concert. So, girl, what's the tea? Okay, everybody wants to play at Sofar. Billie Eilish played there, Lianne La Havas played there, plenty of other great people play there, so Coop also wanted to play there big time. And then we applied and then we got booked and we were very happy. We picked up a date. That's it. We were preparing, we were rehearsing. From the beginning on, they said, okay, there is this guaranteed fee. It's from 90 to 135 euros per band. And you also have to bring some equipment like the drum set, the keyboard stand, the keyboard, the bass amp, bam, bam. Sounds like a lot and sounds like a very low pay, but it's still Sofar. They have 1 million something subscribers on YouTube. And as a musician, you know that from time to time you play this type of gigs, like very low paid gigs or free gigs for reasons like PR or development of the band or charity. It's unfortunately or fortunately, it just happens. And there comes the first stone in this garden of happiness and ambition. I go on the website, I check our venue, I check our event, and it turns out that one ticket for the event, for the concert, cost 26 euros. It's a lot. For Berlin, it's a lot. Let's just say it's the highest we've ever charged for a concert. It's important to say that the concert is not officially ours because the whole concept is that it's a secret and that people find out who's going to play right at the moment where the band takes the stage. But still, it was only us playing on that day. It was a venue with 120 people. It was a sold out already and it was 26 euros per ticket and we got 135 euros for the band and we brought our equipment. Sounds weird, but still. PR. We get the exposure, we get the beautiful video, we get the mention on Sofar. It's all still kind of worth it. And then comes the second, quite a big stone, and that is that there will be no video. There will be no mention on Sofar YouTube. YouTube, Sofar, and Sofar Berlin have actually not so much to do together because on the website they say we are concentrating on the shorter form content. Okay. The reasons for us to play are kind of dwindling, but we still decide to play. We know some people who bought the tickets, so we want to keep our promise and we want to make them happy. And we decide that we still are playing. And then comes the absolute last little worm on this pile of stones that just made us change our minds. And that was that some days before the concert, I was writing an email to the organizer with the technicalities like, I don't know, what's up with the sound, what's up with them, And one of the points of this email was the fact that we will need miles or any kind of taxi to transport the gear. In no case would we be able to transport drum set and the bass amp and the electronic piano on public transport. And the organizer answers to me that actually he had told me before that the transport costs are not covered. I could never imagine that while having this kind of disposition of money, they would still demand us to pay the taxi costs from our tiny minuscule fee. And I wrote another email asking like, are you sure? It doesn't seem quite adequate to me what's happening because the taxi costs are gonna take up around 1/3 of our fee. So don't you think there is something wrong about it? And he said, yeah, we were transparent from the beginning. If you don't like it, just tell me until this and this time and I'm just gonna find another band. And I was like, who agrees to these terms? What is going on? Like, But okay, maybe I don't know something. Okay? So I asked him to share the information about how the money is divided. If we find out that they use everything on rent or whatever, payment for something, and then it turns out that they literally have no money for transport costs, maybe it's okay. And to that, the organizer just answered that they had been transparent from the beginning. If I didn't like it, I should have said it before, and they're just gonna find another band. I was proper shocked and very surprised, especially considering that during our email exchange, a lot was said by the organizer about keeping it fair to everybody. I don't quite know what it means. I would be interested to know. Another thing that they said is that they take up the costs and the effort of PR, advertising a concert, which is great. It's a big part of any work. It's a very, very big part of organizing a concert. So I really, really appreciate it. I'm not trying to diminish it. But they said, we're taking this up in order to enable the musicians to concentrate on what they can do best, which is make music. But you cannot concentrate on making music if you get 25 euros for a gig. So yeah, all in all, after this third occurrence, I just couldn't accept this. Come on, involve my band, beautiful people who agreed to pay this very low paid concert. I just couldn't really explain to myself why I would step over my own dignity and just accept this kind of approach. And of course, if you don't like it, don't do it. That's simple. But is it that simple though? When I think about the take it or leave it principle, I also think about the 20th century somehow. And the factories where the workers were paid really shittily. They also worked long days. There were children working. And it wasn't the factories who made it better. It wasn't also the workers individually who made it better. Because if everybody around you offers you the same shitty conditions, at some point you have to take up the conditions to survive. It was the unions who provided the betterment of the situation. Think about that. And when I think about the budding musicians today, they're already very fucked. They're very fucked by the industry, by the streamings. And I think it's important to raise this question of whether it's okay. Should have one of the three. It should either pay the artist fairly or not charge for the concert or charge the bare minimum or be very transparent about the tickets. It cannot be that neither of those is present. Yeah, I just think it's really important. Thank you for watching, and I would be interested to hear your opinions or maybe experiences if you played on Sofar. I would be interested to hear the opinion of Sofar Berlin themselves, why, where, when. And I wish you a great day. Have a good summer. Bam, bam.